Sit down and close your eyes. Take some deep breaths and focus on the body's movement. Notice where in the body it rises and falls with each unique breath. Notice how the body feels and any mood that's around for you today. Now let's continue with the final part of the story. After several more weeks of training, George is a different dog. When you're out on a walk, he ignores other dogs, walks to heel and comes back when you call. But he's also less playful, more apprehensive and a little subdued. You're convinced there's a haunted look growing in his eyes each day. You start to feel guilty again and question your new method of discipline. This is not the George you fell in love with. He's become one of those Labradors with no personality, just wanting to please you. You walk past George curled up on his bed, and you pull the riding crop from the umbrella stand. George cowers and watches you carefully. You bring the crop over, kneel down, and snap it in two across your knee. George tilts his head to one side. "No more," you say. "There has to be a better way." For the first time in weeks, George leaps up at you and licks your face. "I'm so sorry, George. No more pretending to be something you're not." He rolls over for a long overdue tummy rub, and you feel a sense of peace fill you. The next day, George is back to his old tricks, and you discover he's chewed one of your favourite work shoes. But instead of shouting at him, you find yourself smiling, remembering the time when he got hold of your wellies. You kneel down and gently try to remove your shoe from his mouth, but he growls at you. You flinch and draw back, subconsciously reaching for the riding crop. But then you notice his tail is wagging. He thinks it's a game. Of course he does. How would he know this is your favourite shoe? He's not a mind reader. He's a dog. You talk to him quietly but firmly until he releases the shoe, repeating, "Drop it," over and over. He seems to listen to you and lets go. The shoe is ruined, but you don't care. You dealt with the situation calmly and without hurting him. You feel closer to him than ever before, and acknowledge his feelings are more important than a silly shoe. You never wear them anyway. George hadn't chewed it to upset or anger you. He just likes chewing things. After that day, you buy George a special dog toy and numerous tennis balls. You laugh that you hadn't thought to buy him something like that before, and wonder what else you might have missed. George has his good days and his bad days, as do you. But now you don't take it so personally if he gets hold of something he shouldn't, and you recognise that when he's acting up, it's because he feels anxious or bored. As time goes on, George settles down and becomes more secure. He learns for himself that balls and dog toys are best for chewing, not shoes and furniture. Now, just let the mind go. Let go of any focus. If it wants to think, allow it to think, just for a few seconds. And coming back to the feeling in the body now, become aware of the feet on the floor, the arms and hands in your lap. noticing any sounds around you and coming back into the present, bringing with you any new learnings, and open your eyes.